Good evening, Running Search followers and all my Facebook friends. Uh, it is a little after 9:30. I finished the fourth day today. I actually finished around 10:30 this morning. I was up at 2 to get ready at 4. We've officially made it into Kane County, um, 28 miles in. So tomorrow will be about the halfway point. Um, it was a good day. It was a bit of a different day. The guy that I have been going along with couldn't do it today, so I had my friends Keith and Karin, who are a dating couple, uh, come out with me, um, which was good, and it kind of broke up things a little bit because my other friend and I were running out of things to talk about, so it was nice to kind of have a change up in conversation. Um, I'm doing good. I had made a joke earlier in the day that for the first time in a long time uh, I felt bad about being single because um, while I'm coming home to a empty, disheveled apartment right now, uh, to ice down and try to rest up. Uh, it would be nice to have a attractive wife to have a home cooked meal with, and to help me put on all the ice packs and whatnot. Uh, and so I think that Karin felt a bit bad for me and offered to take me out to lunch with her and Keith, which was my first hot meal other than eggs in the morning that I've been having since I started this thing. Um, so I threw down on some Boca Burger action and some fries, which I haven't been eating anything other than protein lately, so to have some starchy carbs was nice. Unfortunately, it kind of came back to bite me because after I came home, uh, the soreness of the day already started setting in because it was a few hours until I started icing down. But also, while I was while I was changing uh, to start icing down, I actually fell asleep for about 4 or 5 hours. So I woke up and I was definitely feeling it. My shoulders are feeling pretty sore. But on the good part, my ankles are doing much better. I don't know if they're in walking condition yet, but it's much easier for me to get dressed and just to overall move around, and the pain is much more manageable than it has been. Um, I'm really excited about the days up ahead. Uh, I've been thinking and pondering a lot. I'm I'm kind of a bit worn down mentally today. Um, I have a lot on my mind, and part of this journey has been for me trying to just delve into the world of those who live with disabilities, or as I like to refer, those who are crippled. I'm not very politically correct. Uh, um, I've never really identified myself um, in the disabled community. That's never really been a part of my life. So, oh, um, living in the over the rainbow building and being around so many people with disabilities is something that's been new for me over the last year and a half, and it's been a change for me just to kind of come to terms with the fact that I'm I'm one of them, even though I've never really felt that way. And one of the things that I feel that places me at a good place to be an advocate is the fact that I've felt that way, and I kind of have one foot in each world, uh, and that's to help bridge the gap to let people know that we're the same as everybody else, for the most part, minus maybe a few appendages or so. Um, and one of the things that I definitely deal with being a crippled man or disabled man or whatever term you would prefer I use is just a lack of intimacy in my life. Um, it was really interesting being with a dating couple and kind of watching them flirt all day. Not that it was necessarily a draining thing. I mean, I found it refreshing, but it definitely kind of got me thinking just about where I am in my life. I haven't been in a dating relationship in about 7 years, and it's been interesting. I've dealt with a lot of almost and lots of awkward situations over the years, but I haven't really been committed since I was about 18. Um, and that's something very common in in the disabled, crippled world. And I'm not just talking about dating relationships, but just the lack of um, connection with other people sometimes. I find that to be probably one of the most crippling things within the plight of disabled people is just the lack of being able to connect to another human being, and that's been kind of just something that I'm even dealing with. It's hard to come home to an empty apartment. Um, for anyone, most days. I mean, I enjoy my solitude, and I'm quite comfortable and okay with being single, with where I'm at. Um, like I said, even though I've dealt with heartbreaks, I don't really feel bitter, which is a good thing for me. That hasn't always been the case. But I can tell you that after a long, hard day of what I've been doing and just putting a year of my life into something, um, and having a lot of weight on my shoulders, it's hard to come home to an empty apartment. Uh, and it's hard to it's hard to go go throughout the day and not really interact with a lot of people. That's something that's been very common, and that's one of the things that kind of spurred the want to change in my life, which started this whole journey. Is I was like spending days upon days alone. I mean, sometimes there would be 5 days before I would leave my apartment, and it wasn't so much out of like a wanting to be alone, but it was more of just not being able to get out or not having people that were available to hang out, or sometimes even lack of transportation. These things are very common, which keeps people with disabilities from being able to connect to a human being, to um, escape from the confines of what may hinder them physically. I mean, it's just human beings are meant to, excuse me, connect with other human beings, and that is something that's just been really weighing on me today. Um, Not so much for myself, but I'm really trying to wrap my head around what it's like for my fellow crippled brothers and sisters. You know, not that we're necessarily a gang, but and that's got me thinking. I know yesterday I talked a lot about trying to do something after this and trying to think through that, and I have a lot of ideas, and I don't know what it will open up, but I know that this journey is just the beginning, and so you know it'll be another 7 miles tomorrow, and I'm heading close to 10 minutes, and um, thank you for being patient and watching through this. I just got tired of talking about how awesome the day is and being like, yeah, it's gonna be another 7 miles. So I'm gonna try to get some more sleep, and uh, please keep in mind that love won't be defeated. All right. Good night, guys.